Ah, those question words, Sandra. Amazingly enough, students have trouble with question words, even after years of studying English.
It's true.
We complain a lot. Quejarnos, entre comillas.
No.
I've said entre comillas about 20 times today, but these are just little things that we notice after years and years and years of giving class. We're not trying to say that students are horrible or students are stupid, but these are just bad habits that we noticed as teachers over many, many years of giving class.
That's right.
Learn them well if you haven't already, is my advice to you.
Eso es. Aprenderoslos bien si no lo habéis hecho ya.
Even advanced students, like you said in the summary, Sandra, have to run through the table and say, okay, no, ¿dónde, cuándo, quién, who, when, how?
Exactly.
And that should not be like that. You should be able to whip these out automatically.
Como churros tendrían que salir.
Okay, so quickly, Sandra. ¿Quién?
Who?
¿Cuándo?
When?
¿Por qué?
Why?
¿Dónde?
Where?
¿Qué?
What?
¿Cuál?
Which?
¿Cómo?
How?
Whose?
¿De quién?
Oh, we switched there at the end.
Ha ha ha.
Be careful with, so there are a couple things to keep in mind about the question words. One of the common mistakes that you will hear with question words is why and because. Mm-hmm. Why is por qué de pregunta and because is por qué de respuesta. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, in Spanish, I cannot tell you which one is separated and which por qué is one word. So I think por qué, separado is the question, is why, I think.
Yep.
All right. A lot of times students will ask a question with because.
Yes.
Or no. More common is they answer with why, excuse me. It's more common to ask the question and they say, why I go to the supermarket. Instead of because I go to the supermarket. Or, you say, why are you so muscular? And they say, why I go to the gym. Instead of because I go to the gym. All right. In Spanish, when you ask, ¿Cuál es tu nombre? In English, we say, what is your name? But when you say, ¿Cuál quieres? El rojo o el azul, we say, which one do you want? The blue one or the red one? Mm-hmm. The difference is, when you are talking about all of the possibilities in the world, every possibility that exists.
So like names, it could be anything.
Yeah, we use what. When it is ¿Cuál es tu nombre? De todos que existen en el mundo, it is what is your name. But ¿Cuál de los dos o pocos ya conocidos? We use which.
Okay.
Very common mistake.
It is.
All right. Okay. You can also use, when speaking about when, another possibility is what time when you're speaking about hours. Mm-hmm. All right, so you could say, when do you eat lunch? You could also say, what time do you eat lunch? All right. Another thing to keep in mind, in Spanish, when you want someone to repeat something or you didn't hear them, you say, ¿Cómo? How would you translate that in English, Sandra? ¿Cómo?
Correctly?
Yes.
I would say what?
What? Yeah, so you don't say how.
No,
No say that. So you say what. And that can even sound a little blunt. So you might want to say pardon me or excuse me is a polite way to say ¿Cómo? I made this mistake in Spanish, Sandra.
What did you say?
I used to say ¿Qué? Because in English we say what when you want someone to repeat or you didn't hear what they said. You say what? And so in Spanish I would say ¿Qué? And it sounds like in Spanish you're
shocked.
Exactly, you're expressing disgust or shock at something. Another one that causes a lot of problems, perhaps the most problematic question word, is whose.
It can be confusing.
Quién. Do you remember the structure, Sandra?
I do.
¿De quién es este libro? Whose book is this? Mm-hmm. ¿De quién son estas tazas? Whose cups are these? Remember the structure is whose, the thing, the verb to be, and then this, that, it, or these, those, they.
Exactly. Bueno, whose es el que da también bastante guerra porque significa de quién, ¿ok? Para empezar. Pues la estructura es lo fundamental aquí. Usamos para la pregunta whose, luego el objeto, luego el verbo to be y ya el this, that, it, these, those, ¿ok? So, ¿de quién es? Whose is it? Okay. ¿Y de quién son esas tazas? Whose cups are those? Así que whose, el objeto cups, to be, are, those.
All right. ¿De quién es?
Whose is it?
So the common mistake there is you often hear students say, whose is this dog? Instead of whose dog is this?
Exactly.
All right, Sandra, I'm going to give you some answers to some questions, and I would like you to ask me the question.
All right.
So today we're going to get to know. Vamos a conocer. How would you say it? A profundo. En profundo. I couldn't. En profundidad. I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
All right.
Harvey and Svetlana.
All right.
Okay. So here's an answer. You ask me the question. He is our maintenance man. Harvey we're talking about now.
Who is he?
Harvey Maurice Alberts.
What is his full name?
Okay,
Full
so nombre
name.
completo. Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Where is he from?
Our friend Javier would say Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, that's right.
He came to Spain for an international bowling tournament and never left.
Why is he here?
Right, like many of foreigners, como muchos guiris, we come here and we never leave.
Okay, but his reason is bowling and yours was a woman.
Romance, that's right.
Oh.
He lives in Las Rozas.
Where does he live?
Hortensia.
Who is his wife?
That's right. I think Harvey also found a little love in Spain.
Hortensia, huh?
It's his. It is Harvey's van.
Whose van is that in front of the building?
Okay. All right, now we can do the same for Svetlana.
Okay.
Right? I'll give you an answer about Svetlana, and you ask me the question.
Deal.
It's Svetlana Irina Yakushnikov.
What is her full name?